Hello everyone, Alex and Maria Crouch here.
Yo.
Why have you got that? Because we're going to talk about the new Star Wars film and see what you did there. Yes, this is going to be our professional, amateur, I suppose, review of Star Wars Episode VII, The Force Awakens, which we saw at its very first showing in England, the 1 minute past midnight. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, 1 minute past midnight on Thursday the 17th of December 2015. It is now about midday. Yeah, it is midday on Friday the 18th of December 2015, and this is going to be our review. It will be packed full of spoilers, so if you don't want to know what happens, go see the movie, stay off Facebook, stay off Twitter.
Or go watch cat videos, considering you're on YouTube.
Right, so if my nose runs, it's just something that happens.
A lot.
Right, very first impressions of The Force Awakens, for me personally, apart from trying to get my head around the fact that I was watching a new Star Wars film,
yeah,
was OMG, this is Star Wars on steroids. And they seem to have taken bits from all 6 previous films and just smashed them together, and The Force Awakens is what comes out. You can go through the whole film and virtually every couple of minutes tick off something that you would recognise from The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, A New Hope, number 4, oh, nearly, The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. There's bits everywhere. Young Star Wars fans seeing their first new Star Wars film, or possibly their first ever Star Wars film, will get just as much enjoyment out of it as battle-hardened Star Wars fans who went to see A New Hope when it came out in the 70s. What do you reckon?
Seems like it. Or it's like they just googled on the internet funny Star Wars moments and just smashed them all in.
Well, there's more than funny bits, which we will get onto, because there are feels which you will obviously appreciate having seen it. There are bits that you really don't want to have happened.
Yeah.
Like, I'm afraid we have to talk about this.
Oh dear.
There's no other way of getting around this. The death of Han Solo.
That was an OMG moment.
I didn't see it coming, but then how close him and his son were with a lightsaber in the middle of them. It was either going to be, okay, I'm not evil after all this, but that's where the story was going to go, or he was going to run his dad through with his lightsaber, and you know. The
last father and son to come in contact with a lightsaber ended up like this.
Yeah. Fighting your dad with a lightsaber seems to be a thing in Star Wars now. There's a lot of history repeating itself in this film as well.
That's what happens a lot of the time, even in the real world.
Yeah, it seems to be meet the new boss, same as the old boss, and all that. I like to think that Han is going to come back in some form. I mean, not in living form, but hopefully, hopefully they'll bring him back either in flashbacks in Episode 8, or Luke or whoever can do something with force projection.
What, you mean a force ghost?
Yeah, but you know, I don't know whether that works with non-Jedis. I'm pretty sure they could find a way around it, considering, you know, a Jedi Master's knowledge of the Force.
Yeah.
Where
do we go next?
I suppose the thing that caught your mind immediately if you saw the teaser trailer about this time a year ago was the Black Stormtrooper.
Who we now know is Finn.
Finn. Yeah, the defecting Stormtrooper. I didn't think I'd see something like that, but they obviously now have a new way of recruiting Stormtroopers. They're not clones anymore.
Yep, it's a case of there's a little kid, take it from its family.
Harsh.
But this is the Sith.
Well, that leads me to think that there could be... Well, could the plot of a future film be a full-blown stormtrooper revolt?
Could be.
With Finn as the leader.
Ooh.
Ooh, I'm liking that. That could make... if you're looking for ideas for 8, or particularly episode 9, there's one. You know, comment if you want to give me royalties.
And it's all... If that's the case, it'll go in full circle, because the clones were originally the Jedis. Think about it, they were army for the Jedis when the Sith were kicking up sticks.
Yeah, yeah, true, but you know, Emperor Palpatine just had his fingers in every single pie. He made the whole thing happen.
Yeah.
Well, we can't really talk about the next one without talking about the main character, Rey.
Yep, she's the desert girl.
It's nice to see a girl, young woman, kicking ass in Star Wars. That's not Princess Leia. I mean, Rey actually legitimately kicks ass. And I look forward to seeing her learn more about the Force and becoming a Jedi Master, which I'm pretty sure will be the main story arc for 7, 8 and 9. Which leads us on to one thing all Jedi Masters need to be masters of, and that is of the you wielding a lightsaber. I will get my words out. The lightsaber fights, I don't know whether I built myself too much.
Maybe.
Put too much emphasis on the lightsaber fight being mind-blowing in this. It's not a Phantom Menace fight, and it's not Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan, thank you, in episode 3, which is just the lightsaber fight to end all lightsaber fights. These were relatively short and sweet.
Well, they were on a... Do I say that? Well, they were on something that was being destroyed.
Yeah, we can get... Yeah.
This is full of spoilers. Why am I pausing?
Yeah, when you're on something that's going to blow up, you're going to want to keep your combat pretty short. But they were good fights. We haven't seen a lady in a lightsaber fight before. We probably will see it again. Well,
unless they were a background character. But this is the full-blown main
Oh yeah,
focus.
this is the full-blown goody on baddie lightsaber fight we're talking about.
Red, blue, the classics.
Yeah. But you can't use a lightsaber properly unless you have knowledge of the Force, and Rey discovering how to use the Force, i.e. the Force Awakening, I see what they did there, was one of the best scenes in the whole film, particularly where she's been interrogated by Kylo Ren.
Yeah, so he tries to mind screw her, she mind screws back.
And he doesn't like it. I tell you, can we just talk about Kylo Ren for a bit?
Okay.
Oh god, we had this with young Anakin Skywalker. We're gonna have this again.
What do you expect? He has Darth Vader's helmet in his room.
I want to know how he got that.
Yeah, because Luke burned it.
End of episode 6, obviously you have the traditional Jedi funeral for Anakin Skywalker. And now Kylo Ren has the charred and burned and partially melted helmet of Darth Vader. Unless Luke kept it and he took it off Luke, or he just found it. I want to see that. I want to see that in 8 or 9, how exactly he came across Vader's helmet.
Mm.
Sorry, one more thing I want to talk about is the bit where Rey finds Luke's lightsaber, and she goes. You see all her memories, and basically the bit where Kylo Ren's like walking through the forest at her. That's Luke in episode 5 when he wanders off into the forest that Yoda tells him not to.
So what will you take? So what's down there?
Only what you take with you. What can we get onto now?
Kylo Ren has anger issues.
He does have major anger issues, but then I'm pretty sure everyone on the Sith has in the Sith has some form of anger issue.
Looking at you, Anakin.
Where else do we go? I suppose we should be ticking these off after, as we talk about them. So we've got through Ray, we've got through Finn.
I find your lack of order disturbing.
Yeah, so do I. Can we talk about Poe, who we thought was going to be like one of the main characters in the film, and spent most of it, we thought, dead. Chewed up by the sand. But
yeah.
Hopefully he's going to appear more in episode 8. As long as he's integral to the story, which is something that Han Solo and Princess Leia are.
Can I just make one thing about Poe? Don't make an awkward love relationship between him and Rey, please.
No, I think they're gearing up for Rey, and I think Rey Finn is going to become canon.
Yeah, just please no love triangle, awkward love triangles. That is so annoying for me.
I second that opinion. Returning characters, Han Solo and Princess Leia. There was someone at my work who was worried that Episode 7 was going to focus too much on the original characters, but
They called a Korra.
Yeah, it's like the Legend of Korra. The Last Airbender characters only appear in Legend of Korra when they're needed, and that's not very often. Princess Leia appears about halfway through, although she's not called Princess Leia anymore. She's just Leia Organa, isn't she?
Or General.
Or General, yes. I get the impression that Kylo Ren's defection, or sorry, Ben Solo's transformation, for lack of a better word, into Kylo Ren, caused Han and Leia to, I don't want to say break up, but not be together anymore. That's the impression I got.
Yeah, it's hard to explain, really.
Well, Leia still sees Ren as her son, whereas Han Solo appears to have become completely detached from the whole idea of him being his son. Again, I'm going to keep saying this. I want to see how this all occurred in future releases. Well, one thing I thought we were going to get in their last scene together, but I suppose that would have been too much of a giveaway of what was going to happen, was the "I love you, I know" bit, but only in reverse.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to do that, but we got a hug. We thought we were going to get that when Leia first appeared, but instead we got...
C-3PO.
C-3PO.
I said C-3PO.
Did you? I swear you didn't. Maybe I'm just being thick now. One of us is dyslexic or quite thick. We just don't know which one. Oh dear.
Yeah. Back to C-3PO.
Thank you. Where'd he get his red arm? I forget.
I don't know.
Something tells me that we're not going to find that out.
Either that or it was Chewie. I think
someone obviously didn't let the Wookiee win, if that's the case.
Even though it was his own advice. Yeah, but how he appears, there was a case of there's Leia, Han, please hug, please hug. That happens.
Yeah.
It's like, so say C-3PO.
Well, we had people cheering in the cinema when we saw it, when Han Solo appeared. When everyone appeared, you just got laughs when C-3PO appeared.
It's the second time he has interrupted Han and Leia.
Yep. And the last.
Yeah.
As it turns out. So, we've gone through C-3PO. Got that right, C-3PO. I didn't write that down wrong. Chewie...
I can't do it.
Please don't do that. I thought Chewie was going to die, actually, when he got injured.
But no, that was probably a foreshadow.
Yeah. And, well, it looks like Rey, who now seems to have ownership of the Millennium Falcon, the heap of junk that they find in the desert. When they referenced that it was a heap of junk and you saw the Millennium Falcon, you just knew that they were going to litter the film with references.
Yeah.
R2-D2.
Nice to see him back.
But very nice to see R2-D2 back, even though he doesn't do a lot until the end of the film, for reasons that become clear a bit later on.
He spent most of the film asleep.
Yeah. His crowning moment of glory is also the crowning moment of glory for the character that just steals the entire show, and that character is BB-8.
The cutest little droid you will ever meet.
He needs his own little cartoon series, or a one-off series, or whatever. Just more BB-8, please.
He's so adorable. He takes on the role of R2 quite a bit, because both of them had something they had to get back to the Resistance or the Rebellions in the beginning.
Yep. Remember, J.J. Abrams, this is the guy who said that he wouldn't remake The Wrath of Khan, and did. At least I think he said he didn't remake The Wrath of Khan, or wasn't going to remake The Wrath of Khan.
I think he learned his lesson in case of, Star Wars. Reference littering.
Yeah, but I never thought I'd actually be in a Star Wars cinema where everyone just howls with laughter when he gives his little thumbs up with his lighter.
He's so cute.
Please turn that into a meme, please.
It's Star Wars The Force Awakens. BB-8 approves. And he is so cute, especially when he's spinning around the Millennium Falcon and he has to get his wires out. I was like, I've had enough of this.
I like the noise he makes when he hits the deck. It's the proper clunk.
So you okay?
So we cut BB-8 moments was the next one on the list, so we've done that. We've crossed off quite a few of the characters. Let's go on to the characters. Maz, kind of like Yoda in a way,
yeah,
but
she was
not as successful as Yoda. But then no one is going to be successful as Yoda.
Yeah.
Did she didn't die, did she?
It's not made clear. She just disappeared.
Well, I suppose you've been around for 1,000 years. You're going to know how to get out of a tight spot every now and again. She will probably return.
Yeah.
But then there have been plenty of one-off characters throughout the whole franchise.
One thing, how did she get hold of Luke's lightsaber?
Luke probably gave it to her. That's what I'm going with. Let's see, let's do a bit more on the Sith. Snoke. Yeah, definitely one of the biggest shout-outs in the whole film to the films that had gone before was Kylo Ren talking to Snoke. It is almost shot for shot a parody, remake, call it what you will, of Vader talking to the Emperor at the beginning of Episode 5.
I thought he was pretty huge till you learned he was a hologram.
Yeah, who looks like the Scream or the Silence from Doctor Who.
Or that face from The Wall.
Yeah, this may be what they're going with. Considering that I think that this film has a lot in common with A New Hope, I think we're only going to see him in the flesh in Episode 9. We might see him a bit more in 8. He's probably going to appear on screen. No hologram projection in 9. These are just my thoughts and have nothing to do with Star Wars or Disney or whoever is going to make it. Let's see, last character we have to do before we end with this character.
The big kahoonies.
Is General Hux, the remake, I suppose, of Moff Tarkin, who gives pretty decent Hitler impression when he's chopsing off when the Death Star killer, the Star Killer base. I mean, it's no moon; it's a planet.
Yeah, look, as Han Solo said, so it's bigger.
Yeah, this isn't even, well, this is full of mints, but if the Death Star's the size of a moon, this thing is literally a planet with a massive solar-powered, star-powered even, gun in it.
Yeah.
Which is capable of destroying not one planet at a time, but a whole solar system.
I think it took out
At least 5.
Yeah.
At least 5 planets in one go.
And one of the most important ones from the prequels.
Yeah.
That shocked me. I can't remember its name, but it's the one with the city. The big city.
Coruscant, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Hope we get this right, otherwise we're going to look like such noobs. Professional amateurs. You can see by the shocking lack of notes.
And the background.
Yeah. But, you know, like this, at the end of episode 4, Starkiller Base is no more at the end of episode 7, which means that probably in episode 9 they're going to have a bigger one.
And it's going to be half built but still in operation.
See, more weapons. The lightsabers. Is it me or did the lightsabers appear chunkier?
They were... I don't know. I think we saw the handles properly for the first time, and I gotta admit, I like the new beams. Yeah,
they're not just like a solid shaft of light / plasma / whatever they're made of. It's almost like they're...
Jittery?
Yeah.
And you thought my Chewie impression was bad?
Yeah. I know Jedi construct and Sith construct their lightsabers. I want to know why Kylo Ren has his with a little cross section.
To stop this.
He probably looked at what happened to his grandfather and his uncle and thought, how could I prevent this happening to me?
Yeah, adapt and approve.
Motto on a round table.
It also is pretty good at weaponing, as it showed with Finn when he stabbed him.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought, was Kylo Ren bleeding?
Yeah, I think he got hit by Chewie after he got Hun.
Oh, I thought he got by the lightsaber there, and I thought, hang on, why is he bleeding? But yeah, probably in my reaction to the death of Han Solo, the like 10-15 minutes afterwards are kind of a blur. Speaking of Han Solo, he does have the ridiculously OP blaster for his time on screen. I want one of those.
Speaking of blasters and going back to Kylo Ren, he actually stops one.
Yes, the Force is strong with him. Let's put it that way. That is some OP level Force control if you can actually stop a laser cannon blast.
Just as it has come out of the blaster.
And to hold it there until he's walking away after having just massacred a village.
Yeah, and scare a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
I saw that in the background, one jumped.
Yeah. Massacring village, episode 2.
When Anakin goes a bit...
Yeah, when you first see Vader.
Well, he had a good reason. His mum just died.
Yeah. The weapon you wanted to point out was the one that came out of the Stormtrooper's arm when Finn has lightsaber.
Yeah, the one that yells out, traitor?
Traitor, yeah. So they obviously know... They can obviously distinguish between who's who. Because obviously they're not clones.
Yeah, and they can't see out of that damn thing now.
Yeah. Because Stormtroopers can hit now. Not as successfully as some other characters, but they can hit. Which is something Finn goes on about when he's just defected, when he's flying off the ship with Poe. Like, did you see that? Yeah, Stormtrooper hit something.
Yeah, but this Stormtrooper arm, I don't know what its official name is. I do not want to come up against it. It is like a cattle prod. Yeah,
a spinny cattle prod.
Yeah, I think it's attached sort of there.
Yeah, it's sort of like it comes out here and like...
Yeah. I do not want to come up against that damn thing.
No, neither do I.
Are we going to see more unique Stormtrooper weapons other than a blaster?
I want to see that. Another thing I want to see more of are the epic dogfights, which make up for the... Well, I guess say I put too much emphasis on the lightsaber fight. It appears, but the dogfights just take the action sequences to a whole new level, particularly when they're flying through the Star Cruiser and the Millennium Falcon with the TIE fighters behind them.
Yeah, one I really liked is when the Resistance are coming in over the water.
Yeah, they've been full-blown dam-busters.
Yeah. I like that one.
But when they're taking out the Starkiller base, it is the same. It's like they're running through the little bits through the Death Star. It's the same sequence.
Well,
Not that that bothers me.
Yeah, so when you have a design plan that works, you just got to use it.
But that doesn't work. Where is the exhaust port? There. Thank you.
See? Vents.
Really strong as well. Oh yeah, Stormtroopers can hit. We've done that. Traditional Star Wars ad-libbing. That works. Not well. We didn't write down the lines, but you will laugh at the dialogue.
Yeah.
Where did we get? I have a bad feeling about this. It was.
It's Han.
It's Han when the monsters he's transporting have escaped and they're running about the ship.
Yeah, it's like clunk bang. It's like, I've got a bad feeling about this.
We got the scream as well, wasn't that right at the beginning?
Yeah, I think it.
Whoa!
Yeah, the classic scream. You'll know it when you hear it. The one that appears in nearly every film. I think everybody laughed when they heard that.
Yeah, because we were all looking out for it, and that was an awful impression. I'm going to stop doing impressions.
You've done 2. I've done 1. Anyway, another little reference they made was Han referencing an old, well...
The scene that terrified me when I first watched Star Wars.
Yeah, how to get back on a character called Captain Plasma, a female stormtrooper in silver. Put them in a trash compactor.
Oh, that looks horrific.
I don't think I found when I saw that.
Yeah.
I hope the camera took a picture of that.
I'm in control of this. It won't see the light of day.
Except for the family. Lol.
Yeah, the garbage. We didn't see that, so she's probably going to crawl out of it somewhere. Oh no, hang on, that was on the planet, wasn't it? No, it was. Or was it in their ship? No, it was on the ship because that's when they were going after Ray.
Yeah, it was on this thing's big brother.
Oh, you'd think we hadn't watched the film. Some of the really in-depth analysis we're providing here.
We're so hyped up still, and I can still smell those mints. Now we're getting a bit confused. Pardon.
Right, I think you'll be happy to know that we've just about covered everything apart from Luke Skywalker. He's gone full Jedi hermit like Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda.
Hermit he is.
Yeah.
That's the 2 impressions I'm not doing anymore.
He's got the beard going like Obi-Wan. He's going to be Yoda to Rey, it seems, in episode 8, like episode 5 when he learns some Yoda. See, they're remaking the original trilogy, aren't they? It seems. It appears, having seen the film about 36 hours ago.
Yeah.
It's the full-blown hero's journey. He is now the master teaching the new generation. And yeah, from what I gather, feel Luke teaching Rey will be the main plot of episode 8, and the other characters will fill in as and when needed.
He doesn't speak.
No, which I'm glad about because he doesn't need to. You only see him in a flashback and right at the end, and he doesn't need to speak. There's a lot of hype for nothing with Luke coming back. You'd think until you actually see it. Speaking of the new films, episode 8 scheduled for release sometime in early to mid 2017, I believe. Episode 9 to be released in 2019. I don't think there should be a 10th. Originally, there were only supposed to be 9. I think concluding this arc would conclude Star Wars, because to me Star Wars is the story of the Skywalkers, and obviously Luke can't live forever. I think Luke is going to die in episode 9 like Yoda and Vader did in episode 6, and Rey carrying on, or whoever carrying on the way the Jedi ways, etc., will be just left open to interpretation